How do we become more functional as God's family? Well, I asked our singles for some suggestions about what we could do better. And one person wrote, what can Newday do better to serve singles? Find more of them, preferably between 25 and 31 and good looking. Wow. Okay, well, listen. If we do the things we're about to suggest, I think the secondary kind of result might be exactly what you want. Newday would become that kind of church that single people would flock to because we would be offering the very thing singles need as they continue to navigate life as a single. And the most important thing we are called to do is just this one thing, church: cross-status integration. Cross-status integration, that single people and married people are doing life together. I think the church has made a huge mistake over the last 30, 40 years as the single population has risen with the whole idea of singles ministry. And the idea is that we put all the singles all together in one room and we just try to deal with singles all on their own. I think it's been a failure. It hasn't worked. As a matter of fact, the singles I communicated with this week, I asked them, if you could be in a small group integrated with married people or a single group of just singles, which would you prefer? And an overwhelming majority said, I want to be with other married people. I want to be with other people who are married or single. One single person writes this: I don't want to be a part of a singles ministry because the majority of my needs have nothing to do with the fact that I'm single. I need prayer. I need to serve others. I need to be held accountable for my sins. And I figure married people need those things too. I don't want to be segregated with people who superficially are just like me. And so what I think singles and married people and the church needs more than anything is cross-status integration. Married people, single people, old people, young people, educated, uneducated, different ethnicities, everybody doing life together in an integrated fashion. Now, I asked some of our singles, when are the times at Newday when you felt most a part of the family, that you really felt the most integrated? Listen to some of these quotes. One person says, lunch invitations. There you go. I was invited to a family's home for lunch several years ago, and they have not stopped inviting me since. I go to their house nearly every Saturday. Someone else says, it was in my small group. It was 5 couples and me. It didn't matter that I was single. Another person says, the small groups concept at Newday is the first time I have felt part of a family. Someone else says, it's just mundane, everyday things that mean the most, like, hey, want to go and do so-and-so, or go to so-and-so's game, or can you help me do such and such? Just having a relationship. Someone else says, when I served and my team just made people feel welcome, just like my church family made me feel welcome. So a serving team. So this is the one thing, I think, that the church has to offer singles, and it's to be a part of the most important family on the planet. That it's not good to do life alone. And so we can offer a place of belonging. And so what does that look like? Besides the examples we've already presented. Well, it looks like this, just as simple as, hey, are you alone today? Come and sit with me. Or why don't you come with us? Or why don't you come to lunch with us? We'd love to have you. Or inviting people, regardless of marital status, into your small group or your grow group. Or whenever you see a new person at church, regardless of their marital status, that you would make the effort to help bridge them into this family. That regardless, again, of their marital status, invite them, sit with them, introduce them around, show them around. I mean, a church that is committed to this kind of inclusivity will have no problem making single people feel welcome. It doesn't matter how many kids we have or how many married couples there are.